Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this extraordinary night in U.S. history. President Trump tonight is accused of witness intimidation and now faces another possible impeachment charge. Never before has a president publicly attacked an impeachment witness at the moment they were testifying, as Mr. Trump did today on Twitter. It came during chilling testimony from Marie Yovanovitch. The highly respected diplomat and anti-corruption crusader told Congress she felt threatened and intimidated by President Trump. Yovanovitch said she was removed from her post in Ukraine after being, quote, kneecapped by a shadowy smear campaign. Democrats claim that takedown cleared the way for the president to attempt to bribe Ukraine's new president into investigating Mr. Trump's rivals. There's a lot to break down tonight with our team here in Washington, and Nancy Cordes leads us off on Capitol Hill. Nancy, this was powerful testimony.
It was, Nora, and Congress was riveted as she essentially accused President Trump of siding with some notoriously corrupt Ukrainians over his own U.S. ambassador and allowing, quote, shady interests to hijack U.S. policy.
It was terrible. It's not the way I wanted my career to end.
Yovanovitch is a 33-year veteran of foreign service.
My first tour was Mogadishu, Somalia, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. I later served in Moscow.
But as she spoke, the president broke with GOP strategy, slamming her unblemished record by tweet.
Would you like to respond to the president's attack that everywhere you went turned bad?
I don't think I have such powers.
What effect do you think that has on other witnesses' willingness to come forward and expose wrongdoing?
Well, it's very intimidating.
Yovanovitch described how the president's personal attorney worked for months to smear her reputation.
We were blocked by the ambassador who eventually got fired.
With the help of corrupt Ukrainians.
Was it Mr. Lutsenko, among others, who coordinated with Mr. Giuliani to peddle false accusations against you as well as the Bidens?
Yes, that is my understanding.
The State Department said she did nothing wrong. But the president still called her bad news, according to the summary of a July call with Ukraine's leader.
A person who saw me actually reading the transcript said that the color drained from my face. I think I even had a physical reaction.
What did you think when President Trump told President Zelensky and you read that you were going to go through some things?
It kind of felt like a vague threat, and so I wondered what that meant. It concerned me.
Republicans argued her testimony was irrelevant because Yovanovitch was recalled before Mr. Trump suddenly withheld military aid to Ukraine, the act at the heart of this inquiry.
I'm not exactly sure what the ambassador is doing here today.
But Democrats say her removal allowed someone else to step in.
Hi, I'm Gordon Sondland.
A Trump donor and EU ambassador who urged the Ukrainians to look into the president's campaign rival, Joe Biden.
What if the president could put someone else in place with no diplomatic experience at all? What if he could put in place someone whose portfolio doesn't even include Ukraine? Might that person be willing to work with Rudy Giuliani in pursuit of these investigations?
Yeah, maybe.
That's exactly what happened, wasn't it?
Yes.
She warned Congress that her career was far from the biggest casualty.
When other countries, other actors in other countries see that private interests, foreign interests can come together and get a U.S. ambassador removed, what's going to stop them from doing that in the future in other countries?
After 7 hours, Yovanovitch departed to a sustained standing ovation. Some Republicans said it was wrong for the president to attack Yovanovitch during the hearing, but they rejected the notion of witness tampering. Still, Nora, it shows how difficult it can be for them to coordinate a defense with a very unpredictable president.